look into relationship as a partnership and not as how they placed it in back in the days where women have to be the domestic helper.
Exactly. And if it's a case that for those men who love talking about equality, if you're going to talk about equality,
Over
play
to Aisha now. Equal
play
rights and
the role
justice.
fully. That's good.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Chat with your girl Marie. And today, guys, I have here with me my friend Ashley.
Hey guys.
Yes, guys, so we will be having a chat today, guys. As you all know, my channel is titled Let's Chat, and it's not gonna be a channel where we don't make our general talk about different topics that we all can relate to and we all have opinions on. So today, guys, before I get into it, Ashley, she's an artist, guys. She does fabulous drawings.
Yes, so go follow my Instagram page, and that's euphoria_art, and there's going to be a link in the bio.
Yes, so you guys can definitely check it out in my description. I will drop her Instagram page name, as well as if you guys want to follow her personal page, you can also do that and DM her for your orders. I'm sure she will give you guys the best pricing. So with that said, guys, if you are new to my channel, if you're a new viewer on here, please do not delay, do not wait. Hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so you're notified each time I post a video. So you all may be wondering what today's video is going to be about. So today, guys, we are going to have our chat on likes and dislikes about relationship, or should I say about your partner. And that can be a man or a woman. So we're just gonna keep it general, guys, and share our views on certain areas. Of course, I have them listed on my phone. So we are going to go through the likes first. What is it we like in a relationship, or what is it we like our partner to do to us in a relationship? And I'm sure many men would find these areas that we looked at and relate to them and say yes.
So guys, listen. So the greatest thing for me, I would say, is communication. Like, that's a major key in a relationship. Like, without the communication, not going to work.
That is true. I definitely can agree to that, because as you all should know, guys, if you're in a relationship and you and the person can't talk, or can't discuss certain things or agree on certain things, because disagreement is a must.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, both of you should be able to come to an agreement or compromise with each other, even if maybe you are wrong and I am right. Sometimes to take the wrong and just
really
compromise.
Listen, not just respond. Listen, because I find in relationships sometimes you be explaining yourself after you send a paragraph and you're like, how, why, what you mean?
That is true.
No.
And that's a big downfall with many people. We tend not to listen.
Exactly.
We always want to be the one, talking and
be
not
right.
and not hearing out what the other person is saying. So guys, if that's a downfall with you, try to work on it. But that's a big like for me in a relationship. Communication. Once there is clear communication, I think that's a big thumbs up. But let me take a look here to see what else we have here on the listing. Okay, so honesty.
We all can agree on this one, guys. Honesty.
Being dishonest is not good.
It's just the most distasteful thing, and once the trust is gone, then there's nothing.
And it's easy for you to say that, but I know many of you struggle in relationships with persons who you cannot trust, or partners, should I say, that you can't trust, but yet you're still hanging on to that relationship, even though you know that there's no level of trust there. If a person said I'm gonna go a bull salve, or if they're going to Kingston or Montego Bay, wherever that is, you in the back of your head, you are thinking otherwise, or you will text the person and doubt the person or cause conflict in the relationship, because
so it's always like a constant battle to be like, okay, that's what you say, but that's what you mean.
Yeah. So honesty and having trust.
And then that creates just a toxic environment, a
Very
toxic relationship. So for me, that's like a
no.
Yeah.
But once there is honesty and there is communication, so we went through two so far. So honesty and communication, that's a yes on our
And
like
compromise.
slip. And being able to compromise. Those three things are our head stuff in what we like about
A relationship.
a relationship, or what we like our partner to.
It's the small things that add up over time.
Definitely. So for example, your partner here needs to be done, or males, we're talking to you. Your partner here needs to be done. Our fingernail needs to be done. You know, so she go nail tech or hair salon every week or every 2 weeks, right? You see that it needs to be done, but yet you wait for her to ask you instead of for you to say, "Hey babe, I know you need to go to the hairdresser. This is your money. Get your hair done, get your nails done." So
And then girls
that kind
like
of thing.
me, we aren't going to ask.
So you have to talk up, yeah.
Exactly.
You have to talk up. All right.
And like consistently do nice things in the relationship. So it might not be monetary, but okay, you know, I like cake. Bring home cake, something like that.
Yeah, or even to just simple go outside. You know, as the next one I have here on the list is taking you out. Many people let their relationships get boring.
And
I mean,
men always complain about a boring relationship, but that goes right across the board. If you don't date, then there's nothing to spice up the relationship. Because you dated at the first half, so why not continue? You have to continuously date your partner. That's like a cliche that you see all over social media, but that is like
the main thing that keeps it going.
Exactly.
It's as if, guys, you're in a relationship for 5 years. The first year that you met, you guys were going out so frequent. Your partner always taking you out, always doing things for you, always pampering you. And that was the next thing that I had on my likes list. My likes list. Let me get my tongues. Sorry to know. Yes, guys. On my like list. So pampering you, taking you out, that's a big plus in a
Exactly.
relationship.
The dressing up, the feeling nice, the new experience. Because then, how can it be in a relationship? It has to get boring. The same thing, you're at home and, hey babes, what you doing? Like, no, you need to go, you need to enjoy yourself. Just live life.
And even though, guys, yes, we have to make mention of the fact that with this pandemic going around, yes, many of you will say, but we can't carry her out anymore.
Be creative.
But you can do things at home. You don't necessarily have to even say take her out. But as I said, pampering. You know, pampering is many different things.
Get wine. It can be a movie night. Just, oh, babe, dress up and
or you create your own games night.
Exactly.
As a couple, you create your own games night, play games, watch movie. As Ashley said, you know, just find things to keep the relationship active.
Yeah, be creative. Commit to making each other happy.
That's a good one. All right, so let's see what else we have here on the list. Providing financial support. That's what I like. That's on the likes list as well.
And that goes both ways, because you should be investing in each other.
And let us say that again. It goes both ways, because there are many women who tend to fully be dependent on a man.
I think they shouldn't give anything. Like, how can that be a relationship? You say you need half and half. Each person should be fully invested. So how can you say, oh, it has to go both ways?
Yeah. So guys, providing financial support would be one of the main things in order to build each other to where you want to go.
Like, guys, don't watch your woman struggle. That's not cute.
No, men, no, don't do that. And ladies, don't watch your men struggle or your man struggle. You know, provide the financial support if you can. You know, lend a hand. It goes a far way.
We're building here, guys.
And the next one I have here on the list of the likes in a relationship or in a partner is having a partner that's ambitious. And that will tie into providing financial support with some of the aspect. Because you don't want to have a partner who is lazy.
You have to be so ambitious that you encourage me. Like, that is something that is huge to me. I cannot stand somebody that doesn't want things for themselves. You have to want more. You can't be complacent.
That's the baby in the background, guys, just in case you're wondering. So yes, having a partner that's ambitious, you know, not a partner that just sit down and expect things to get done by themselves.
Just fall into their lap. Like,
that's a big no-no. And ladies who want to reach somewhere in life, or you and your man to reach somewhere, or you and your woman, you're not going to want to take up a partner who is, you know, laid back, not willing to not a go-getter to get things done, go out there, push you. You know, you need somebody that is a go-getter. You need somebody who have ambition. So
Exactly.
that's a like for me. If I
Same. Huge.
if I have a partner who's ambitious, that's a like for me. And the last one here, we're not gonna go any further on the likes list, is making time for you. If I have a partner that go the extra mile to make time for me, that's everything for me.
Because what's a relationship without time? Like, you definitely need that encourage the intimacy,
Yeah.
the love. That's a part of being there, that just making time. Because everybody's busy and people make time for what is important.
Just as I read a quote the other day, and the quote says that like it would say, if you matter to the person will, no matter how busy their day is going, they're going to make time for you. So if you are along with a person in a relationship and that person tell you that, oh, they're too busy, or they're busy with work, or they're just busy on the road, they have a lot of stuff doing, it simply shows you where you are in line when it comes to their priority.
Exactly. And it takes literally not even as much as 5 seconds to say, babe, how are
Exactly.
you? If you're on lunch, you can call, take 2 minutes while you're waiting in line or whatever the case is, to say, babe, have you eaten? You crossed my mind. You have to consistently stay cute, like,
Yeah.
oh, babe, I thought about you, or something, especially in a long-term relationship.
So it counts, guys. To have a partner who makes time for you, it counts. It goes such a far way. But to have a partner who does not, or doesn't make time for you, that's a big no-no. So those things will also, so we basically said some of the stuff on the dislike list as well. So the first one I have here on my dislike list, guys, is to be in a relationship or have a partner who flirts with other person or is too friendly.
Don't be too friendly. Like, no, if you have time for everybody, every girl have it feel special. Like,
Me not like the one day.
no.
The one that don't work with me at all. Yes, guys, and the second one here on the dislike list about a relationship or a partner is a partner who's aggressive.
And especially with the violence that has been going on, because if you start off being aggressive or emotionally abusive,
That's exactly where I was just going to.
that is exactly where it's going to go, and it does get worse with time. So that's a huge no-no for me. And any woman that is being abused, leave.
Definitely.
It doesn't get better, and they don't change.
And that's where many women go wrong too. We stay in abusive relationships because we always look on the other side to see, oh, they will change or things will get better.
Exactly.
It's time to wake up, guys.
And when they're abusive, or in certain cases that I've heard of, is like they beat you, they say emotional abusive stuff, and then they're the perfect person the next day. So it's like there's such a conundrum, like, who are you? And then that's where it gets confused.
That would sound like a narcissist.
Exactly.
Yeah. But guys, with, as you mentioned, with everything that's going on with women and violence against women and, you know, women's safety, we have to take a stance, guys, to, you know, educate ourselves and do what's best for us, because it makes no sense to be with a partner who is going to physical abuse you or even emotional abuse
Exactly. Nobody deserves that, and it's nothing to settle for.
Yeah. So having an aggressive partner is
Huge
definitely a
no-no.
no-no. That's on my dislike list. Next one I have here is having a partner that's inconsiderate. That just not gonna work for me, because I cannot be considerate towards you when it comes down to certain things. For example, I go out before going home and not bringing something for you.
Exactly.
I make sure
being
to get something for
spiteful.
you. But to have a partner when he goes out, he doesn't even think about, oh, he sees some things that I like, but he still don't even get it for me. Or even if he doesn't think, the very thought of him not thinking that, oh, you know, let me get this for my girlfriend because she like this or whatever. So consideration goes a far way.
Exactly. And that's also in the home as well. If your girlfriend is cleaning, you can go ahead and cook breakfast. Like,
that too.
it goes both ways. You have to be
Yeah.
a partner in every sense of the word.
Yeah. So if you are living with your partner as well, I think that's where consideration comes in
Exactly.
the biggest. Because you have men who tend to want the woman to do all the cleaning, you know, as if they don't dirty the house, as if they don't dirty the dishes, as if they don't dirty their clothes, you know. Men, I mean, nothing is wrong with you helping out your woman. If she just don't feel well today and she can't manage to clean the house, what's wrong with helping her to clean the house? What's wrong with helping her to wash the dishes? I mean, we need to start looking to relationship as a partnership and not as how they placed it in back in the days where women have to be the domestic helper.
Exactly. And if it's a case that for those men who love talking about equality, if you're going to talk about equality, play play the role fully. Because if you're saying that okay, you want a woman to clean and do woman duties, then you need to provide and do manly duties.
Yes, because that's another thing too. You have men who want the women to do all of that, but the woman should still be working. The woman should still be providing. The woman should still be splitting the bills with you 50-50. No.
Exactly, no.
That's not right. That's not right. That's a big no-no. So being inconsiderate, that's a big dislike. Aggression, that's a big one. Flirting with others, playing too friendly, that's a big no-no. What else did we mention on the dislike list?
Inconsistency.
And lack of communication. Even though we talk about that in the like section, that we like communication is also a dislike. Lack of trust is also a dislike. Big dislike.
Big dislike. And you can't be insecure as a man. That's a huge turn off for me. Don't ask me where I'm going constantly. You don't need to know every detail, or I'm going to have to be asking permission.
Honestly,
no, I'm an individual.
Honestly, Ashley, I'm gonna stop you because me as a woman, I like to ask sometime where I'm going for my man, and if we need to look at it from both ends.
Yes,
because we can't tell the man. Yeah,
it's how it's done. Because my issue
because
is
you're
when
gonna
you're
want
going
to
to
know
say I
where he's
can't
going.
go. Yeah,
you
I need to know where you're going.
So you can't tell him straight up.
But don't try to control me. I think that's what she's saying.
Okay.
Don't be controlling.
No, you sound more fair because ladies, we know how we are. If we man go out, I need to tell me where am I going?
Where you going?
Or
who
he's going to?
How long you spending?
There's gonna be some big issues there. So if you point out that say you don't want him to ask you, him gonna say you don't better ask him either. So ladies, we have to take fair. Fair is fair. You know, keep it on a respectful term.
Just don't be possessive or controlling.
Yeah.
That's a huge turn off for me.
Yeah, so that's a dislike. No controlling. No over controlling. It's natural for your partner to be jealous, so we can't even mention the two insecure because that's a natural thing. We have not taken you out is also a dislike. We have up at the top taking you out is a like. So the opposite works for dislike as well, guys. Not pampering you is also a dislike. How can you have a partner and your partner don't pamper you? Like,
and I think that's a part
and
of
still
caring.
expect you to stay in the relationship. Guys, that not gonna work.
Not going to work. You have to understand your partner's love language.
Yeah.
So if it's going out, if it's just chilling at home and cuddling, you just have to understand your partner and be willing to adjust.
Yeah. And that's what many people don't. They're in a, you know, funny enough, many people are in a relationship, but yet they don't understand their partner entirely. Or not even to say entirely, because nobody will know each other entirely, but they don't take time out to understand each other. And I find that very odd.
Strange. Like, I don't get it either.
How can you be in a relationship, guys, and don't want to take time out to analyze the partner you have? Know what he likes, what he dislikes. Know what your girl like, what she don't like. Know what upsets her from what calms her.
And that should be established in the initial part of the relationship. There's no way you can be 3 years into a relationship and you don't understand your partner.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Because I think
even
that
2 years the max.
Exactly.
2 years is more
because
than
at
enough
that
to
point
know your
it's
partner.
just being inconsiderate and caring less.
Even though I've heard persons say, guys, you all can relate as well, guys. I've heard many persons say that you might be with a person for 2 years, 3 years, even more, and that person can pretend. I find it hard to hear persons pretend for such a long period of time.
Exactly, like what is the point at that stage?
But I've heard that many persons do pretend for years. But I find that one very odd. There's no way a person can pretend to be a nice person for years too.
I think that happens when somebody don't know themselves. So it's like they pretend
unless they
and
have
when
multiple personality.
some people out here be sick.
That kind of person.
And then you have persons that show a different face to different people.
Yeah. Like they're not two-faced. The two-faced people. Yeah. The next one we have here is having a stubborn partner.
No
Oh,
comment,
gosh.
guys. I can be stubborn.
This one rocked me because me guilty. Me guilty as charged for this one. I can be stubborn at times because if I decide that what I am saying makes sense and is right, or what I'm doing makes sense and I'm doing it right, I find it hard to say that me go stop or me go do.
Yeah.
If you listen to what you have to say or what you think is right. So I can be stubborn at times. But it's on my dislike list that having a partner
The
who's
irony,
stubborn.
guys.
Having a partner who's stubborn is not a good one. But sometimes, guys, I mean, we all can be honest here. Everybody have their stubborn
Yeah.
case. We all have our time when we just get stubborn. So the next one here is entertaining others outside of the relationship. The one that we stated above with being too friendly or flirting with others, I think it ties in with this. But let me elaborate more, guys. I think you maybe have something to say on this.
Yeah.
Women tend to get ourselves in a lot of problem when we do these things because, yes, as women, we all know that from we look nice and we carry ourselves nice, we're gonna have men checking us and messaging us and want to communicate, want to go out and these kind of things. But we have to draw the line, ladies. I think some of us, we take it too far. We're taking things
accepting favors, accepting gifts.
And the point where many of us need to draw the line is that when it comes down to taking somebody money or taking material things from a man or a woman, and you know you're not interested, but because the person is offering.
Cada do Rose. Wine do? With expert woman. Oh God.
Interested in somebody, let
Don't
them go.
take them things.
Don't say, oh, I
point
say
blank.
I don't want it or whatever, but you keep taking it because you're leading on the person and giving them hope, because why would they take their things? And then to play back into the whole friendly, I think even though the point tied together about being too friendly
And
then being inappropriate with other females, entertaining, it's different. You have some guys that you go out and they're talking to other females and being friendly with you standing there, versus when they take it to the next level where they're texting the whole day.
So it's like them pretending in front of you that they're just friends. Oh God, I hate that thing. And I think it is so evident in our society right now where partners are no longer, I think this is where trust ties in as well. It's as if your partner will pretend as if he's friend with a particular female, but deep down he knows that he is not doing what's right.
It's some type of inappropriate relationship.
And things are going where you're not aware of. But when he's around that person and you're there, they act as if they're friends. I hate that.
And most females can attest to this, the best friend.
Yeah, I hate that, guys. So, lack of trust, all of those things, entertaining others outside your relationship.
And that goes back to this plain out disrespect for your partner.
And the next one I have here, guys, is having a partner that lacks ambition. You know, we mentioned it up at the top for likes. Once a partner have ambition, that's a good thing. But the opposite works for dislike. If you don't have ambition, it's not gonna work. Because as I said before, a relationship should be a partnership. It shouldn't be one person bringing something to the table. As a woman, I don't believe in that. If my man need help with something, I think it's fair enough for me to help. And if he needs help with something, I think it's fair enough for me to help him. Because what's a relationship if you cannot help me and I cannot help you? You know? So women who tend to believe, say, okay, if I have a man who have money and I need to do nothing, that mindset thing need to be changed.
And then that's just like a using situation.
And then that's where, ladies, that's where men will walk over you as well. And that's where men will treat you in certain ways.
The dependency.
Disrespectful ways, because you depend on them for everything. And what a day when you really can't depend on that man anymore, what's going to happen?
And then they take liberty, they disrespect because you don't have a choice. You're dependent in every sense of the word.
And the next one here, guys, on the list of dislike in a relationship, and this goes for those of you who live with your partner: messiness. A man who is messy or a woman who is messy.
That would be a huge turn off for me. Don't come in with the dirty shoes after a wipe and left it at the doorway or walk through the house.
I think men do that to spite women sometimes.
It would infuriate me, to be honest.
Yeah. I think having a man who... I know it's impossible to have a man who is very tidy. I find that very impossible. But I think a man should at least, make the effort or try to adjust.
Yeah. And I don't think the lady, like the woman or the lady, should have to speak to you about the same thing consistently. If she's cooking, wash. Don't leave your clothes around. Just be considerate.
Simple courtesy to guys. If you both live together for years, come on, it's I think it from your past a year together or a couple months together living together, you should be able to kind of readjust to doing things certain way to, you know, to make your partner more comfortable and to make you more comfortable. I mean, I read a quote the other day as well that you can't experience growth once you decide that you're gonna remain the same way. You have to encounter some adjustments along the way.
Exactly, and life is about growth, progress, and change.
Definitely. And to wrap it up, the last one on the list is, and this is a good one to end it with, is talking private sexual relation publicly to others, or should I say to friends or family or whoever. I hate that.
Private life should remain private.
And that's why it's your private life. Like sexual relations where you and your partner have, you're not supposed to discuss with
your friends.
And sometimes too, where men don't realize or women too don't realize is that, all right, so for example, you're gonna make mention of certain sexual positions and then you're gonna say, oh, I don't like that position, or I do that position. You're just even stating your views will make it known to others that you might do certain things in your relationship, or you're already doing certain things in a relationship. So my belief, a big dislike for me, is that your sexual relation should remain private, not a public matter. So it should never be public. So yes, guys,
I think that's it. You guys can comment below any likes and dislikes in our relationship.
Let us know what you guys think, and if these things apply to you guys as well in your relationship, or if you find them very meaningful, let us know. We are here. We want to know what you guys think. And if you're new, as I mentioned before, don't forget to subscribe,
like,
and comment and share. See you guys next time when we chat here on Let's Chat.
Bye, guys.
Bye.